guys, welcome to episode 219. I think I said it was 219 last week, but it was 218, so I think it really is 219 of the Cat Lady channel. My name is Andrea, also known as the Cat Lady. That's 2 T's, C-A-T-T, which stands for Craft All the Things. It has been 9 years since I've been doing this. As of March 30th or 31st, I looked it up and I thought it was the 31st and maybe it was the 30th, but either way, fix my headband here. I have been doing this weird podcasting thing, channel thing, for 9 years. I feel like my hair is like sticking up weird on the camera, but anyways, welcome. If you're new, I am a fiber related channel which talks about knitting and crochet and spinning and all sorts of fibery related crafts, as well as other crafts though. So I have actually some other crafts to show today, including sewing, and yeah, that's the other craft I have to share today is sewing. And I do other things. I have a Cricut that I pull out occasionally and all sorts of random things. My craft room is just an explosion of crafty things. So if you like what you see, please like and subscribe and share with your friends and click the bell and whatever, all those things. So I am a one lady show here, and I have 2 kids, a cat, a husband. I live in Michigan where the weather is, I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for that time where it's just gonna like break into spring, and it's just not there yet. So we have peaks of it and then it snows, and now it's raining and yuck. It's yuck. It's yuck right now. It's yuck season, but I see little plants starting to bud. My hyacinths have popped out of the ground, which I feel like it's too early for them, but here we are. So anyways, if you want to follow me on social media, you can find me as The Cat Lady on Instagram, Facebook. I have a Discord channel where we chat, Ravelry page, or on my Ravelry profile, which I do keep up to date with all the projects I've been working on. So if you have any questions about what I'm working on, what yarn I'm using, what hook size, needle size, whatever, usually I have it all on Ravelry. You can always ask me down below. I put in Ravelry for myself because a lot of times I forget. I also link everything down below. So I try to link patterns. I get all my patterns on Ravelry, so I end up linking to Ravelry, but if you have any issues with that, please let me know, and I can find alternate ways to share the resources with you. That is all I got. So it is Tuesday. I did not record yesterday. I also record during the week, snippets, and then usually post on Fridays. So that is how this channel goes. And it is Tuesday. I try to usually record on Monday, but it was Monday. Oh, I have something I want to share, but it's over there. But anyways, so it is Tuesday, and I thought I wasn't going to get a lot done this weekend because it was the weekend and it was Easter and we had things to do and we went to visit family and whatever, but lo and behold, I was a crafty little bee and I got lots of things done. So some of these you might have seen already because I did post pictures on Instagram of things I worked on, but you didn't see all of them. So first thing I worked on was knitted bangles. So I talked about this before. This is an Amba O'Brien pattern, and it's just called Easy Knitted Bangles, and they're just easy knitted bangles. So I have a purple, a beige, a white, a red, and a black. So I figured the white and the black kind of like are like your staples, and then you can pop in your color. So you have like purple, white, and black. I also have a light lavender I wanted to make to go with the purple. And then like this weekend, I think I just wore the white and the beige because it were neutrals. You could do the white, beige, and red, or the white, black, and red. So they're just stackable little bracelets, and it's super easy. Oh my gosh, these were super easy, and I just think they're super cute. They look, obviously, I personally feel like they look best stacked. They look more unique or purposeful. It doesn't look like you just have a scrunchie on your hand as much as when you have them stacked. I'd say 3 is probably the max I would put on at one time for the kind of layered look. But these are all made out of Caron Simply Soft because I really like Caron Simply Soft, even though I think I talked about this last week where I like it, but I hate it because it does get splitty when you're crocheting specifically. It was pretty easy to knit. These are knit with size 3, US 3s. So kind of a smaller size needle for medium weight yarn. And it was for this one. So the pattern calls for DK weight. This is more of a worsted weight. I cast on, it's a free pattern. I cast on 36 stitches and I knit for 10 rows. That was it. So super easy. So I highly recommend this pattern for just a cute little accessory. And I will probably make more of these, but maybe not now. So I've made my fill for now. So those were fun for the car and just sitting around. So got those done. And then I got another one of my little rosettes. You saw the pink one I made last time. So here is a white one. And I turned it into a hair clip. And I literally just put one of these like salon clips. It's not even attached. I can take this out. So I can take this off. So it's just a clip that I kind of slid through some of the spots underneath. And you just clip it into your hair. I wore it this weekend. And I also left string on there. So if I wanted to tie it onto something. So I kept it kind of versatile. So I can tie this on a scarf or whatever. I can put it on like my little scarflet. I can attach it to something. I can put a safety pin on it and attach it to a shirt. So I left it versatile. So, and this is just an easy rosette pattern, 2 rows. Again, very easy. I like this baby weight. It's like a sport weight. I just like the delicate look of the sport weight. I feel like, I mean, a DK weight would probably be fine. I don't know. I like the finer weight for this. If you use a bigger weight, it'll be a bigger, chunkier flower, which is fine too, but I'll probably make more of these white ones because I don't know, I feel like a cluster would be cute, like, or you can put them on your shoes, make it like little fancy shoes. So I don't know. So there's that. I made that one, and again, another super quick project. That's crochet. That is a crochet project. Sorry, I did not specify. In other news, I attempted to revamp my pants again. So last week I attempted to crochet a panel to put onto a pair of skinny jeans to make them a little bigger and make them a wider leg. It was a complete fail. And so round 2, I attempted to sew a panel into the pants, and it was also a complete fail. I will put in a picture if I really don't want to, but I will put in a picture because I took a picture and I actually posted it on Instagram for literally like less than a minute, and I pulled it down because I'm like, I hate it. I was asking opinions, and then I decided I hated it, and I pulled it down. So I will show you kind of the remnants because I have done some other things with these pants. But here was the idea. So I sewed in a panel down the side of the jeans. And in theory, it was okay. But I think I had to go so wide. It just looked too big. It just looked too big. And honestly, it was a little too big up here. So that was the problem before. Like, it was good. Like, I got a big booty. I got big thighs. So I'm like very skinny up top, but then I get really wide around my hips and butt area. So here's the deal. So like, and I tried to just make this a straight panel because I was not doing like curvy sizing. So now it was too wide up here. It fit, but as soon as I put the other side on, it was going to be too big. So I would need to have taken off an inch here, but it fit okay here at my hips, and my butt area. So like this width was good here, but it was bad here. And then it just went too weird down. It just wasn't good. Just wasn't good. So in lieu of that, I decided to cut the heck out of the jeans. So I'm now missing a whole leg here, and I'm missing a panel here. Fabric's pretty much, obviously, there's nothing I can do. I don't think I can do anything with this anymore. I'm not going to take the time to rip it out, so I'm just going to keep it for scraps for something. I don't know what. I could cut little squares out of this and make like scrappy quilted little things or something. I'm not going to throw it out. I'm just going to, let's keep it for scraps of whatever. But I made a little jean basket, basically. So here's one. I should have put interfacing in it, but I do not have. I don't think I have interfacing. I don't know. It was a kind of a quickie project. But once it's full, like if I put yarn scraps in here, it'll hold up just fine. So here is the one little one, and it's got the liner. So this was just using the same fabrics. So that was the one basket. And then the other basket actually, where did it go? Actually used the bottom of the leg. So if you roll this up, which I guess it doesn't matter now, the bottom seam is here. So I didn't have to like seam it all. I literally just had to close the one end. That's it, and make it a box. But then I put a little jean flower on it. So here's, see this one's, so this one didn't even call for interfacing because it would have been harder to put on just because you're just literally taking the bottom of the jean off and sewing the bottom, sewing it closed. But again, once you put something in it, it'll stay up. Like as long as I put something somewhat heavier in there, like if I put pencils or something in there. But I thought it was cute. So I have 2 little jean baskets, and I could probably make more. I'm trying to think if I could potentially use, well, I did cut this off. So I don't know. I could make one like up here maybe. But the weird thing with these jeans is they taper because they're skinny jeans. So like they have a kind of a sharp taper. So it made it kind of weird to make the pants. But and then I started another flower just for the heck of it. But I need a button. I will try to put in the tutorials I used. I looked at so many different videos and tutorials that I don't even remember what I used anymore. But I will try to find them. But that is another jean flower. So I would like to make lots of these because these would be fun little embellishments too. Like, again, little hair clips or pins or any sort of embellishment type of decoration. And this was super easy. It was literally just a strip. You kind of cut the tip and like whip stitch through it and pull it so it gathers. But then you gotta sew. You have to sew either sew or glue. I think the video I watched, she glued it on. But I sewed a button on the other one. So, but I need something to glue onto this center. So that was my sewing work. In other sewing news, I'm kind of running in and out of order. I'm not, well, it's kind of in order of what I worked on. But I stopped at Joann's yesterday and I saw someone on Instagram who had this really cute lace skirt. And she said she made it. And so I found the video she used, or she posted a video on YouTube like a year ago about making this skirt, and it's literally just a lace skirt. And it's just literally 2 panels sewn down the side, sew a casing. She put a ribbon through it. I might do the same thing because it's just going to be easier, but if I have elastic, I might have elastic. But the ribbon might look prettier just to have like a pretty ribbon closing, but it's not going to be as secure as like elastic. But literally it's just you trace out an existing skirt and sew down the sides, sew your casing, and put in your closure. But this is, and it's already got an edge, so it's got a really cute edge. So it's got this little scalloped edge. So literally, I only have to seam the sides and then the top because the bottom is already done. And it's obviously a lace see-through skirt, so you have to wear something underneath. Could be a swimsuit cover up. It could be, like, I might buy like a white slip to put underneath it. You can put white shorts under it. I don't know. I just think it's cute and springy and fun, and just, I loved the idea. So I bought this at Joann's. It was, I looked, so I went to Salvation Army first and I looked, and they had some like very cream colored lace, and they were lace curtains, and they were huge, and they would have worked, but I wasn't sold on it. But I mean, the price was okay. It was like $6, so I probably should have got it because it would have been a lot cheaper, but I wanted more of a white. And it was like a definite cream lace. I wanted a white lace. So this might be off-white. This isn't like bright white, I don't think, but this might be ivory, but this is perfect. So I got this. But then while I was at Joann's, I found this in the clearance section and I couldn't pass it up. So it is Mandalorian fabric. I got a yard of it. So if I decide to make a project bag or something, I think this would be a super cute project bag. I love it. So it's like Mandalorian comic book themed. So I couldn't pass that up. That was pretty inexpensive for a yard of that. Oh, this was the skirt I was going to base it off of. And actually I got 1.5 yards of the lace, and probably should have went 2 yards, but 2 yards would have been too much. 1.5 was just barely not enough. Like, so I can trace out this, but I can't go the whole width. So it's going to be a little bit narrower, but I think it's okay. It doesn't need to be super duper flowy, so I think it'll be fine. So actually I'm going to try the skirt on again and see maybe even if I want it that wide anyway. So I might want it a little less, but I might just go to the edges just to keep it simple. So then I literally just have to mark out the waist and then cut down to the corners. That's it. So that is on the agenda soon. As for bags, I enjoy using my sewing machine. I was a little you know, I was trying to remember how to make these box corners, and I kind of figured it out. It wasn't too bad. So, but you know, it took a minute to jog the memory. And then of course, I do like the ones with the zippers better than the drawstrings, but drawstring bags are easier. So I don't know. So, but a nice, like a big sweater bag or something would be good, because I don't have a lot of big bags. So, let's see. In other purchases, news, if you recall, I used to make, or I have made, crochet plants. And so I went to the dollar store to purchase some foam to go in like the pots, so that if like it's a stiffer plant or one that needs to kind of come out, you can stick it in the foam. And I ended up with 2 new pots. These ones are a little big, but I know I have a book full of plants, and so I want to make some more plants. So I got those. And if you've been watching me for a while, you might recall, you probably forgot just like I did, that I was working on a Christmas cactus like a year ago, maybe even longer. I don't remember when probably a year ago. And I had all the pieces, all the green pieces done with the stems in them. So literally I had the plant done. It just needed to be assembled, and it needed the little flowers at the top. So I did it last night, and that's what I left over there. So here is my Christmas cactus. I love how it turned out. I just think it turned out so good. I am very happy with it. So yeah, last you saw, I had all these pieces, pretty much. And that was it. I didn't have the flowers. And I like them. They're not great, but I like them. So I just used a piece of cardboard for a pom-pom maker, just like this. And you're supposed to just do like 12 wraps or something, because they're just supposed to be kind of prickly looking, I think. But the Caron yarn, back to the Caron Simply Soft. This is all Caron Simply Soft. The Caron yarn is like, it's splitty. So like the edges are kind of splitting, like unraveling, fraying, I guess more. I don't know how to describe it. They're a little messy. It's fine though. I think it works with this. I don't know if you can tell at all. I think it works with this. I'm not too concerned. I put beans at the bottom of the pot to keep it weighted, because as I was sticking the things in, it wasn't working well. And I hot glued everything in because I don't think the wire was thick enough. So I'm trying to stick it into this foam I had in here, and it was just like not going in, and it was giving me a hard time. So I ended up gluing, and then I burned my finger on hot glue, and it was a whole thing. But it's done, and I love it. It's so cute. This is from, so not that book. Again, this is all Caron Simply Soft. There's, then this one. So, yeah, so I don't know where I'm going to put this yet, but that needs to go somewhere. And on the inside, there's foam, and so some of the patterns call to actually crochet the soil. So I've made the string of pearls and the jade necklace that I have in my dining room, and I crocheted a circle of soil, and then I wrapped it around the foam, stuck it in the pot, and then sewed the plant on. This one specifically, and it's fine, we're called for a piece of brown felt to be wrapped over the foam and like glued on. And honestly, I didn't want to crochet the soil, so I did that. I just put the brown felt over the foam. So that worked out really well. And then you stick the wires in. But again, I put the beans at the bottom to keep it heavy. But so the designer of that is Emma Varnum, but it's not this book. It's the other book. It's like Crocheted Succulents. Was that a succulent? I don't know. It's her other book, but I have this book, Crocheted Houseplants. She has another book that pattern was in that I got from the library. But the next one I want to make, which I think will go in the same size pot. I kind of want it to go in a bigger pot, so maybe I just need to make more. Where did it's over there. I want to make a larger pot. I don't know where I'm putting all these though. That's the problem too. I could put it like up on my shelf here, but it's full, but I could maybe fit it. But it's the string of hearts. I think that one's super cute. I want to do that one. I do really want to do this Monstera leaf one too, but like it sounds like a pain in the butt to get the stems right here. So this is another one I want to do. It's called the Swiss cheese plant. But you need to like get garden stakes, and then you need to crochet like a whole panel and then sew it on. And I don't know, that just sounds like too much work right now. So I don't want to do it right now, but like this one's super cute too. Little cactus. I mean, like they're all adorable. Cactus is approximately 2. Yeah, they're all kind of small though. Let's see. I love all the viney ones. But yeah, oh, that one's cute. They're all cute. They're all just so cute. So, like this kind of lettuce looking thing. What's that called? Curly jade plant. So I already have a jade plant, but yeah, this one's bizarre too. This one's the donkey's tail. So I don't know. They're a lot of fun. So, oh, that one's cute too. Sweetheart plant. So I got this for Mother's Day last year, this book. So yeah, I like the orchid. It's cute. But something like this, the long leaves, they all require like wire to keep them up. So they're a little more complicated. But I really like how the Christmas cactus came out. I would do this again. Maybe use thicker wire that sticks into the foam better. But everything about that was pretty easy. So yeah, stay tuned. I'm String of Hearts. That's my next one. So that's the next one I want to do. And actually, I'm just gonna use the Caron Simply Soft. I have that pink. I'm gonna use that pink that I use, so it's a little bit darker than this. But I'm gonna use the pink, and I'm gonna use. I think I have a lighter green. It's like a pistachio green, or I'm gonna use the Kelly green. Does it matter if I use the darker green? I don't know. Maybe I have to look up a picture of the actual plant. So I'm rambling a little bit as I do. So I'm going to stop for today, and I don't know. I'm constantly in a weird funk. Another weird funk of like, I don't know what to work on. I don't have anything in particular. I still need to make my tassel for my necklace. I am working on another I-cord for maybe a belt. It is giving me a hard time though. For some reason, that yarn, it's not bad, but it's fingering weight. And I keep slipping. Like I'm trying to get a rhythm down, and I like keep dropping stitches off the I-cord maker, and it's getting frustrating, but it's still faster than making an I-cord because I'm fixing it as I go. I'm not losing the stitches. So what I'm wearing is my Twilight Time headscarf. Yep, so you can see that. It's just tied in the back, and yeah, it's a multifunctional. It's wide, so it's folded in half. I'm just wearing it as like a little headscarf. Since my hair's short, I can't really, do anything too much with it. I could wear it as like an actual scarf too, but it is using my hand-dyed yarn in 2 of the Christmas colors. It was like the vintage Christmas. I can't remember. It was like green and gold. I can't remember the names. I'm very bad with remembering the names of my own yarn, and that's terrible. But the pattern was from the Marvelous Mrs. Maker, I think, which I think she changed her name, but she has not come out with any new designs in a while. But I will link it down below. I have had 2 of these, and I think this was the second one. It's the first one or the second one. And it's like intarsia knitting, but like pretty simple, but you have to have like 2 different balls of the end colored. So you like do the border at the same time as the lace panel. It was fun. It was a fun project. So that's that. Again, it is Tuesday, so I will be back later this week with whatever I end up coming up with. I feel like it's going to be a hectic week. I don't know why. I have nothing in particular that I can think of why, but I feel like it's going to be a hectic week, and I don't know. So, one last thing. Where did it go? I don't know where it is. Oh, where did it go? I have more chickens to make. I have 3 more chickens to make because my son volunteered myself to make his friends and Emily's friends chickens. It's a set of triplets. And we were all in the car. Boy, I don't know where the yarn went though, so that's going to be a problem. So we were all in the car, and my chickens are in the car, and David's all like, hey, you should make them chickens too. Don't you guys want chickens? Doesn't everybody want chickens? So lo and behold, I went to Meijer and don't know where the yarn went, and bought 2 more things of a yarn. One is the red, white, and blue kind of speckly color that I made before, and the other one is like a blue and white speckly. So the two girls will get the red, white, and blue, or the pink, white, and blue ones, and then the boy will get the blue one. I know it's kind of stereotypical, but I wanted to differentiate the boy one just a little bit. But I don't know where the yarn is, so now I'm missing yarn again. So I need to find that. Boy, where could that? I hope it didn't get thrown out or something. So, anyways, so that is priority one. So I will be back this week with a couple more chickens to share. Also, I'm working on like finishing projects. So like I feel like I need to pull out my snake. So if you recall, I was working on a temperature snake. I did 3 of them. I have had 3 of them. 2 of them I finished for Christmas for my children, and it was based on the year they were born. And then I had a 3rd one that was based on the year Jim and I got married. So that is the one that is halfway done, roughly. I don't know. I can't remember how far I got into it. So maybe I should pull that out and finish it. I feel like I should finish things. Still need to do my African violets. My table is kind of cleared, so maybe I should work on that too. I am talking too much once again, so I'm going to stop. This is the week to finish things, right? No new projects. Finish things. See how I do. See you in the next clip. Hey guys, it's Wednesday. I thought I'd just pop in for a few minutes and chat with you and show off some of my things that I've been working on since yesterday. So surprisingly, not surprisingly really actually. Is it surprising? No. I am wiring my autumn leaf pullover again, and I am not burning hot because it is really cold out. I mean, I have layered with a collared shirt, and I think it looks cute. Of course, you can't see. I did post it on Instagram today, but I think that looks really cute like that, and my blue jeans, and just cozy and comfy, and yeah, I'm still cold. I'm still feeling cold. Like, it's just like so cold out today. The upper Michigan is getting like a winter storm. We're just cold, and it's cold. I also decided to whip up this little crocheted headscarf. These seem to be coming back in style. I used to actually I used to sew little headscarves, these triangle scarves in college. But this one like took 2 seconds. It was a crochet. It's literally just a granny triangle. Super easy. Actually, this would actually make a really, I don't know, I guess I don't know how the increasing goes, but if this is the way to make like a granny striped shawl, would be super cute because it was really easy. And then this is Bernat Handicrafter cotton. I literally just had like a scrap ball in my stash that I pulled out, and I was hoping I had enough, and I did. I had just a little bit left over, so it was perfect. It's just got like little straps that tie behind my head. I did have pictures on Instagram earlier today with my hair out in front, but it was kind of getting in my way, and I kept eating it, and so I just want my hair out of the way. That's the point of it, is to keep my hair out of the way, and it's cute. So I might make more of these. I like the neutral color because it kind of goes with everything. So I made that yesterday. Also, I found my yarn for my chickens, and I have made 3 chicken bodies. I put it on the shelf. Like a good girl, I put it away, and I realized that after I stopped recording. So I have 3 chicken bodies ready to go. So I need to stuff them, I need to put their faces on, and then close them up. And I can typically make 2 out of a skein, so I'll probably just make the 4th one just to have a spare chicken around, because again, they're easy, quick gifts, and they match my shirt for some reason. So that's that. And then lastly, I know I talked about a crocheted flower, and I mentioned, I'm on the fence here. So I mentioned doing the string of hearts. It's using pretty fine yarn. It looks like it's got to be a fingering or, okay. I'm going to rant for just quick seconds. I like these patterns. I like this book, but like they're just not super user friendly. Like, I don't like it when people put yarn, the yarn choices. It just says West York Spinners Retreat, 100% wool, in color Bliss, calm and serene. Any idea what colors those are? Because I certainly don't. Number 1. Number 2, any idea what weight that yarn is? It says 150 yards per 100 grams. That sounds worsted for this pattern specifically that I'm looking at, the string of hearts. I'm looking at a different pattern, but just as an example. That sounds worsted, but if you don't know like typical yardage and stuff, like that might even be 150 yards, 100 grams. I mean, that's borderline like bulky, right? I don't know. That actually might be like more of a bulky yarn. But it doesn't tell you like the yarn weight. It just tells you the yarn she used instead of like, hey, use a worsted weight yarn in a blue, pink, and purple. It's just like, I mean, yeah, so there's a lot of like, I got to figure out what I'm doing. But anyways, back to the colors. I don't have stash of these two colors. And then I looked up the actual plant, and honestly, the plant is more of like a green leaf. And she did say in there that she made it two-toned just because. But I feel like the green leaf should then be surrounded by the pink, or was the other way. It was the pink in the middle with the green on the outside. The way the actual plant is set up. And honestly, it's not really a viney plant either like this. This is like really a weird, loose interpretation. I still like this little plant, but it's not that plant. So like, I don't know. I don't know if I want to do it. So I'm trying to stash dive and not buy yarn for something like a plant because I don't need to buy any more yarn, and I have no place for it. I have no purpose for it. I just want to make it for fun. So I'm trying to stash dive. So I went through the book and basically found a pattern that I have yarn for that I liked. And I do like this. And I'm taking some liberties with the yarn colors in this one too, because I don't have this bright kind of neon-y green, but I have pink and purple, and I have a green. So this is the Coleus, which is the Solanastum glamorous plant that features bright colors that might look good, that look magnificent, recreated in vibrant yarns. So basically it's just a bunch of leaves. And I don't know why I do this myself, because I hate seaming things, and like that's all this thing is. That's all these plants are. You got to make all these pieces and put them together, but it's super cute. So this is the Coleus plant, and I started that today, and I've gotten one leaf done. So, and I think it looks cute. So again, though, I feel like the patterns just it's not quite lining up for me. I'm making it work because and these are all in UK terms, so I kind of need to sit down and like write all this out in US terms, because I keep kind of have to like think about it a little too much. And honestly, you do one side and then you do the other side, and they're mirrored. So like typically if I have to like alter something on the one side to make it work, then I just do the same on the other side. So it's fine. But I need to make 8 of the big ones, and I'm on the second big one. So I'm on the second big leaf, and 8 big leaves and 2 small. So I mean, this will be a quick project. And then the soil, which is brown, which I think I know I can find some brown yarn. So I'm working on that. So I have another chicken. I got this plant. This says it uses a 4 3/4 inch pot, which is the same size pot as the cactus, the Christmas cactus. So I still need to find I need to find like another hanging plant that uses a bigger pot. I did like this one, this little inch plant, but again, I like looking at all the rest of these plants in here. I could do the Monstera with this same green, this kind of darker green, but that one sounded like a lot of work. Looking at all the other plants, the African violet looked really cute, but you need mohair, and I don't have any mohair besides the weird stuff I showed you before. But you hold it to make the leaves kind of fuzzy, because that's the violet. The violet has fuzzy leaves. So I could do that one if I get myself, and which I think you can order like mohair type yarn on Amazon. And it wouldn't be a lot, so maybe I'll do that. But the greens, I need more greens. So maybe I do need to run to Joann's and just pick up some basic green yarns. I do like using the Caron Simply Soft. I'm trying to remember what yarn I used for String of Pearls. I used Caron Simply Soft. The jade, curly jade plant, I don't think I did. I think it was a different brand. Was it Big Twist? It might have been just Big Twist. So I might want to just go hit up Joann's and get some Big Twist yarn or some Caron Simply Soft in the colors in this book that I like. So this is like bright kind of Kelly green, then like a darker green. I don't know. That could be something, because I do want, but I don't have a place for these. I don't have a place to put these plants either. So like, I probably should like reel it in and not make a bunch of plants. So I think I'll get this one out of my system. Hopefully it won't turn into what the last plant was, where I make all the pieces and then don't put it together for a year, but that's potential. I do kind of want to get her other book too. I'm not unhappy with the book. It's just not a beginner book. It's not a beginner book, but she has the Crocheted Succulents book, and that was the one I did the other 2 projects out of, the jade Oh, all three of them. All three of them were from this is the first project I'm making out of this book that I actually own. The other three were from, I got it from the library. Could just get it from the library again. Sometimes, don't tell, I'll get books from the library and then photograph the pages so that I can keep the patterns. So I could just do that, or I could just buy the darn book. I don't know. So I don't have, I have too much stuff, so I don't like to necessarily collect a lot of stuff either. So like, this is already living under a table. It's not even like on my bookshelf or anything. So like, I don't know. So that's it. So today it's already 2:30. So the day is flying. I have to go get the kids from school. I have to take David to piano today. And usually I work on something on piano. So I might work on the leaves at piano. Or I might work on one more chicken body at piano. Or in the car waiting, because I usually sit and wait for them. I gotta go pick them up. I gotta hurry up and bring them back. And then I gotta take David. So it's gonna be a little bit chaotic. And then I don't think there's anything tonight. So that's it. That's all I have for my update today. Just a quick little snip. So I'll be back probably one more time. So it's Wednesday. So I'll say I will be back on Friday to share everything that has come together for the week and wrap it up. So I will see you then. Hey friends, it's Friday, April 5th, and I'm going to wrap up the episode this week. And boy, I just can't get, I'm just here and I'm there and I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and it's all not making any sense. And when I get something in my head, I like stop, drop, and do everything. So I mentioned I was gonna like finish my chickens. They're not finished. I did make the little combs, so I have all 4 of them. So I did finish the 4th one. And I made the little combs. So really it's all the assembly, which you all know if you follow me is my least favorite part. In other news though, I finally did finish the tassels. So this is the, what is this called? Tassel, some kind of tassel necklace. I don't remember now. By Amba O'Brien, which I am loving everything about Amba O'Brien. We'll talk more about that later, but here is the neon tail. I like this. This is cute. I like the kind of lariat style. I kind of just like it kind of hanging. I do need to steam these because they're kind of wonky and wrinkly, but like with a black dress or something, like I have like a knit gray, not knit, but like knit fabric, stretchy fabric. That's usually called like knit fabric, right? Like when it has a little stretch to it. I have a gray one and a black one. That's like a tank dress, basically. I just feel like this would look cute with that, actually. Just that little pop of the bright green. I really like that color. This is Felicity Yarn Studio. It was a mini I had. And then this was my own hand-dyed yarn. So I like it. So that is, I'll just leave it on for now. That is done. I also decided to stop, drop everything. And I went this morning, I laid out. So I bought that lace piece that I showed earlier. And I was going to cut out a skirt. And so I laid it out just to kind of look at it. And then I just did it. And I am a very beginner sewer, especially when it comes to like clothes. And boy, and I haven't sewn in a while. So that's 2 strikes against me. And then 3 strikes, it's lace. It's not like the easiest fabric to sew and pin and everything. So like there were a lot of things going wrong today. But I think it turned out cute. I will put a picture of me wearing it because I'm not going to put it on right now, but I will show it to you. So I followed a pattern by Cup of Jordy, is her YouTube, and I will link the video that I used below, but I did not do what she did. I would probably do what she did if I had more fabric, but I should have got the 2 yards of fabric. I'm very happy with how it turned out anyways, but like I should have got 2 yards of fabric, but I only got 1.5 yards, and you know, you're supposed to kind of like cut it narrower at the top and have it flow out like an A-line is the plan. No, okay. But I didn't have, it just, the width I wanted at the bottom versus the width I would need at the top were too similar. So it didn't go wide enough. So I ended up just lining and to top it off because I got it from Joanne, and Joanne is not the stellar supplier of fabrics. It was crooked. So once I laid it out and straightened it all out, I lost about a 1/2 inch of fabric along the side, which when you're using every bit and piece, that makes a difference. So I didn't want to cut 2 panels because then I would be losing even more because I'd be losing the seam allowances on both ends. So I literally folded it in half. I lined it all up, cut off the weird wonky part that was not lining up. And then I determined my length, cut the top off. So it was like just a big rectangle. And then I sewed up the side, and then I sewed the casing. And I actually did put elastic in it because I figured that was just going to be the easiest. And honestly, so problem number one was the fabric was too small. And I was crooked, so I had to cut it. Problem number two, I went and seamed my side seam. Well, it's now my back seam because it's just lines in the back. And it like gathered in places. So I don't know if the stitch length was too long or too short, or if it, I don't know, or if I just didn't, if it's, I shouldn't be using a standard needle. I have no idea. I've never sewn a piece of lace before, but like it started like the gather. Did I not like, you know, pull it taut enough? But all I know is like I got to the end and like it's gathering in spots. So I had to kind of like pull it out and like re-sew the top part of it. Luckily I started at the bottom because I wanted to make sure my bottom hem lined up, which that lined up very nicely. So I did good there. So yeah, that looks actually really good. So I succeeded there. So, and then I got to the top and it was like all bunchy and like, okay, so I had to redo it a couple times. And then so I got that figured out. Then I went and sewed the casing for my elastic. I forgot to leave an opening for my elastic. So I sewed the whole thing around. And I'm like, oh, shoot. So then I had to pick it out a hole to put the elastic in. Got the elastic in. That was fine. And then I sewed that shut. And then I tacked the elastic in to make sure it's not like flipping and flopping around. And I attached it upside down. So then I tried, have you ever tried picking out very like off-white thread out of whitish, off-whitish lace? It wasn't going to happen. So I had to kind of like finagle it and flip it here. And it's in the back, it's fine. And then re-tack it down. It is kind of like, I do feel like I maybe should tack down some spots in this lace because it does kind of, it's, you know, you can gather it and bunch it up in spots. But when I get it on, it all kind of, and I kind of just floof it. Oh, that's the back. So, okay. So it won't go that. If I kind of floof it when it's on, it's fine. And again, this was just kind of for fun. I just thought the idea was super cute and it's really pretty and frilly girly. I don't know. I like it. So, and it's long, and I have problems with finding things that are long enough, so I could never buy one of these in the store probably because it would never be long enough for me. So like this is the perfect length. I should have put some flip-flops or shoes on, but like for my pictures, but I was barefoot. But I don't know, it gives me barefoot vibes, but I think a pair of flip-flops would be cute. So this will be fun for the summer. I did kind of like, I did have like a weird mix of like hot, cold because it's like, you know, summery, but then I threw on my cardigan with it with the, it was a Jessie May pattern. It was a ripple bralette. Maybe. Again, I'll put the links below for that, but I know it was a Jessie May Designs crop top bralette thing. So that I do love. And I did have like a tube top bra on underneath because, you know. So yeah, then I had the slip underneath, which honestly the slip is, I wish it was a little more, both of these are see-through. So like, I gotta be careful about, I have to be very particular about what underwear I'm wearing because you can see through. So yeah, I did not show any pictures of my backside, but I should be cautious because I'll have to be aware of where I'm going. It might end up just being a swimsuit cover up. I don't know. So, but I did it. I sewed something. So, and I did kind of Google some other videos of, I'd like to make more skirts. I really love skirts, but I just need to make sure I get enough yardage. So I need to really plan out. Like, I'd love to make, like, some maxi skirts. I would love to use knit fabric, but, like, I've never used it, and I know you need a separate needle for it. So I'd have to buy that, and I don't know. It makes me a little nervous. Actually, I might have one. I wouldn't be able to find it, though, at this point. And then I have looked at videos of sewing skirts out of just, like, cotton, which just could be fun, because, you know, you get all the fun patterns. So that is done. And then what else did I do? Okay, so then I was working on my plan. I can't remember if I showed you one of these or not. I think I did. So this is the coleus plant. This pattern is a hot mess. I'm sorry. It's just really, I just can't seem to get it to work. And I wrote it all out for me because, again, first of all, I'm dealing with UK terms, which are throwing me off. So then I wrote it out in US terms. But then even just like counting the stitches, the stitch counts just aren't making any sense to me. And so this one looks, these two, they all look different. Which, okay, for a plant, that's going to be fine. But like this one looks a lot different than this one. This one's like a little more narrow. This one's a little more chunky. And then this one just came out real weird. So I don't know what happened there, but it's like, so there's some weird stuff happening there. But I figure, you know, it's a plant. Plants, every single leaf isn't going to be the same size on a plant. So I think it was going to work anyways, and I'm not going to worry about it. But I need 8 of these big ones. I have 4 here. I started the next one. So I have the next one, and I did all the pink. And I've been like trying to like count out the stitches and like really, so this one I actually did different than all of those. I'm kind of just like making it up as I go at this point because I don't know what else to do to make this not weird. So I only have 4 more of those, and then I got the small leaves, which I can't remember how many I need. And of course, then I have to re-decipher the whole pattern again. So, but then that's it. And I just, and the soil, which again, that'll be easy. So that'll be pretty quick. I think that's it. I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, I did want to talk about something real quick that I forgot about. My mother gave me, after a lot of complaining, my mother gave me a box of costume jewelry that belonged to my grandmother. If you saw my Easter pictures, I had these like really pretty crystal earrings in, and they're clip-ons. And let me tell you, my ears were in a serious pain by the end of the day. So she had sent me a video for a technique to convert costume jewelry into, or like clip-on earrings into post earrings. So literally all I have to do is snip off the backings, which I do feel a little bad. I don't know why, but I shouldn't, because then I'll actually be able to wear these. So it's either they sit in this box and never get touched, or I actually convert them and then I can wear them, which is kind of the point, right? But there's these beautiful like brooches in here, so like, or pins, whatever you want to call them. But like, look at this. Like, look at these things. These are absolutely beautiful. So I'm gonna play around with wearing these more on my shawls and stuff. And there's some sets in here. It looks like there's a pin and earrings. Let me find a pair of the earrings I wore. And then some of them I did pull out earrings that I wanted to wear, but I couldn't because they were too loose. Like the clip-on parts were just too loose. Oh, and these ones are like the screw-on backs. So yeah, really all you do is you go in with some pliers and you cut the back off, and then you glue with like that jewelry glue, the E6000 or whatever, a post. That's it. And then like, look at these. I would totally wear all these earrings like all the time because I do love wearing earrings. And I could sit here all day and go through this, but I won't. But like, oh, they're so pretty. I was trying to look for one more. Oh, and there's like bracelets in here too. I'm trying to find a bracelet. And I love bracelets, and I hope they're wearable, like to the point where they like don't fall off or something, because I don't know how sturdy they are, because I would hate to lose them. That would be my only problem. Oh, but look at this. Oh my gosh. Oh, these are so pretty. And I love bracelets. And I don't like have any bracelets. So like, I love that. Okay, so I haven't even looked through all this yet, so I need to go through this. I need to figure out what the earrings are, if they're gold colored or silver colored. And then like, cause some of them are gold and some of them are silvers. And then I need to figure out, like, does it matter if I put just silver back? Cause the silver backings are the easy ones to find. Does it matter if I just put silver backings on it? I mean, no one's going to see the back, right? Cause I can buy the findings or whatever at Joann's and be done with it and then just do it. So that is a project coming soon. Cause I really want to get those, cause I really want to wear them. And I don't know if there's any necklaces. Again, I have to look through that whole box and catalog it, figure out what's in there. If you are interested in seeing that, I can do an unboxing video and show you, so just let me know. Also, I had mentioned that back to the plants. I actually did not put the plants that I made in Ravelry. Like, I didn't have the jade necklace and I didn't have the string of pearls, and I'm like appalled. So I had to like go back to my videos from a year ago and figure out when I made them and try to decipher. I think I used an H hook for both. I know I did for the one because I saw it in the video and I didn't mention it. I'm assuming I used an H hook for both because I use an H hook for everything. And they were both Caron Simply Soft because I wasn't sure about the jade necklace, the twirly one. It was Caron Simply Soft, and I used almost a whole skein for that plant. So I love the sheen. The sheen of this yarn is perfect for plants. I'm telling you, because I'm like thinking, you know, I could use Big Twist or something, but it's just so flat. Like this has just like a shine to it. Like that just reminds me of like a plant. So, I mean, it obviously looks like a fake plant, but it looks a lot more realistic-y than the like Red Heart or Big Twist or whatever. So it's got that just nice shine to it. So I like that. I may end up going and just picking out plant colors in Caron and having them on hand. And then when I maybe redesign my room, or if we end up putting shelves places, I already know where this one's going. So I put my Christmas cactus next to on one of our pianos. We have like a digital piano, so it's on that. And this one will go on the other side, so they'll kind of match. And they're kind of similar colors, so they will look nice. And they have the same color pots, so everything is it's gonna look intentional and it's gonna look nice. I could put them on my mantle. I do want another like hanging plant. I don't know. I can put it in here somewhere. I don't know. So they're just fun to make. They're weirdly fun to make. They're fun, but then I get annoyed when I have to assemble them, and then I get annoyed when I can't understand the pattern. But in general, it's a cool concept and I like it. And I can't keep regular plants alive very well, so this works for me. So I think that's it. So I hope everyone has a great weekend. I hope everyone has a great week. I hope the weather changes, please, because it was flurrying out today. Like, I'm done with this. Eclipse day on Monday. So hope everyone gets, I hope you guys get a chance to see it if you're near it. We are pretty close, so we'll get to experience it. And I remember experiencing it, like, I don't know, kids were like 5 or 6 or something. So, and it was like a partial one here and it was cool. So we're going to try to experience it here and I don't know, see how it goes. But, I'm going to stop talking. So I hope everyone has a great week and I hope you get to craft all the things.